So with that, let's bring in former Trump foreign policy advisor and Fox News contributor Kiron Skinner, along with the foreign desk editor-in-chief, Lisa Daftari. Welcome to both of you. Here's an associate professor at McGill University in Canada. The Harvard of Canada says following, I don't see anything objectionable providing history and context to the current movement. Are you going to be outraged about a 50-year-old picture of a PLO guerrilla or by hundreds of people in a refugee camp being slaughtered because the Israeli government doesn't know how to negotiate and feels that they can kill any number of Palestinians to justify liberating a few hostages? I mean, the hate at this camp, Lisa, runs deep.
Oh, my goodness. Imagine a camp for jihadism. And these are college students. They're going to dedicate 4 weeks of college. I mean, college summers are for internships and getting yourself, more opportunities for the future. And instead, they're going to dedicate their time to being indoctrinated by lies. If they want to learn about the history of the region or this conflict, call Kiron or myself. We'll be happy to go over there and teach them the history. It's
amazing, Kiron, because if you said, okay, listen, Harvard is going to be hosting an anti-Muslim camp this year or an anti-black camp this year, or anti-Asian, they would just pull those people and throw them right in jail.
I don't know about that, and that's the problem. Thanks so much, Trace, for bringing this story out, because it's one more big data piece to the global movement against the West. And some version of this is happening in the U.S. on our campuses. To have a professor on tenure track making the claim that this is acceptable shows you the state of the humanities and social sciences in many of our universities. This is a problem for the democratic West, not just Canada, not just McGill. It's our transatlantic partners. It's our partners in Asia. We've been having a blind spot to what's happening in higher education for better than a half century. And this is where it takes us.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that the anti-Semitism is no longer just accepted. It is now promoted. And that really is a big problem. Yeah. I'm sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
I was going to say, the level of organization here, they don't just come out with these glossy pamphlets. Follow the money. Right. Where is this being supported by? This is Iran's regime. They're on our campuses. They're in Canada. They're in Europe. They're in the United States. They are absolutely indoctrinating, organizing this level of organization. And at home, inside Iran, they're actually executing college students for speaking out. And here they have found useful idiots to carry out their propaganda.
It is incredible. I want to put this up on the screen. This is northern Israel attacks. These are from Hezbollah. And you look at the numbers. The map is up there. And it used to be skirmishes, right, Kiron? They said, oh, these are skirmishes between Hezbollah. It's not really a war. Well, you look at these numbers, and they are multiplying every day. And it's no longer just, you've got hundreds of thousands of people who have evacuated northern Israel. It looks like it's getting ugly.
It is. It's getting bigger. And as I've said from the beginning, this was never going to be a war contained only in the Levant. You've got Israel on at least a three-front conflict. It's got Hezbollah, which is the most powerful, well-organized, well-financed of all of the Iranian proxies, attacking almost daily.
Yep.
Of course, you know about Hamas. Right. Then you go over to the Red Sea, you've got the Houthis, and you've got a broader network of Iranian-backed militias throughout the Middle East, in Iraq, in Syria, attacking Western targets. Right. This is a global conflict.
And you've got the U.S. military that has got its hands full just taking care of the Houthis, just trying to get around and protect these different ships. Lisa, finally, ABC, State Department, says it's disappointed. Quoting, State Department disappointed by Hamas' continued haggling and delay. I mean, this is all on Hamas. The U.S. government was through Qatar negotiating with Hamas. Absolutely. And they will not agree to the ceasefire. And people are like, oh, ceasefire. It's Hamas.
Absolutely. From the beginning, the United States and the West has treated Hamas as a viable government, as a sovereign state. And that is the reason why we have dragged this out for as long as we have. Every single opportunity they had, they turned it down. And as we saw by the Wall Street Journal that had a piece last week that actually said that they're trying to, we knew this, that they're dragging it out because every single Palestinian death helps them in their narrative. And as we see, that's exactly how they're playing it out.
They think they're going to win the information war. That's why they keep dragging this out. Lisa Daftari, Kiron Skinner, thank you both.